wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Murtadha, and first of all, I would like to thank you to my professor who gave me this assignment. This assignment has increased my knowledge in cooking and in Indonesian culinary too. Before we start to the recipe of the food that I will bring up to, I will give a little bit introduction about the food that I will bring or I will talk in this video. The food that I will talk in this video is that it called Ayam Gulai, or in English it will call it as chicken curry. Ayam Gulai is a typical food from Minangkabau region of the West Sumatra in Indonesia. Gulai in Ayam Gulai means as a soup dish that is famous for its delicious spices. It's spices, not spicy, okay? Ayam gulai is usually served with a warm white rice. There are some characteristics in ayam gulai. The first characteristic is that the sauce is thick and rich in spices. The second characteristic that it's using dry and fresh spices such as turmeric, chili, galangal, ginger. And the third characteristic that it cooked with fresh coconut milk, which give a savory taste. And the fourth characteristic is for those who like spicy sensation, they can choose red spices, ayam gulai as an option. Ayam gulai is a dish that is widespread in archipelago, especially in Sumatra and Java. Ayam gulai is also known in Malaysia and Singapore. Well, I don't really know much about it because from the information I get from my friend who live in Malaysia, they told me that there are some people who selling ayam gulai as their menu. Next, we're going to talk about the ingredient, and then we're going to the technique or like how to cook ayam gulai. Okay, for the ingredient, there are our main ingredient, chicken. I'm using a thigh part. There are 4 pieces, and there are bay leaf, turmeric leaf, there lemongrass, and then fresh coconut milk. For the spices, we have garlic, onion, chili, turmeric, ginger, and then galangal. First step, we need to chop the chili into little bit piece because if we don't chop it, it won't be fit in the blender. We put in the chili into chopper. Next, we put in garlic and then onion, turmeric. I think we need to chop it into 3 parts. Next, we put in the ginger, and then the last we put in gelonggong. For make it easy for us to chopping, we adding a little bit water. Next, we adding 1 teaspoon of salt. This much is enough. Okay. Now we chop the spices. When you're chopping the spices, make sure you chopping until it's smooth. Then we putting the spices into a pan. Okay. Next, we putting the bay leaf and turmeric leaf into the pan. I forgot about it. For the bay leaf and turmeric, I'm using 1 turmeric leaf and then 8 bay leaf. After that, we putting in the lemongrass. I'm using 3 stack for the bottom part. Now we're putting the fresh coconut milk. We put the pan onto the stove. Okay, now we cook with a medium heat, and while it was cooked, make sure to stirring up so the bottom part is not gonna burn. Make sure you stirring up until blow it was boiled. Okay, is now the soup is boiling up. We Now we're putting the chicken. Make sure you lower the heat. Now we cook with a small heat until the meat of the chicken become tender, and then the spices absorb it into the chicken. Now we done with the cooking. We need to turn off the stove, and then we just need to placing the ayam gulai ayam into other place. And here is gulai ayam. You can see that the soup is thick and the chicken looks like really tender.